Hello everybody, so today you join us on day one of Silage 2021. So if you're a regular follower, you will, or you might remember on the last video, I said photo beat was coming up next. Well, in a change to the advertised schedule, as they say on the telly, we put something else on instead. So silage is a go today. This was mown yesterday, so we're just doing two fields quickly first. So I'm raking now, it's nearly finished, I've just got to get to that headland and I'll be done. Then we're going to put the wagon on and pick up these two fields today, and then tomorrow we have got the contractor coming in with two wagons and a machine to go on the pit, and the bulk of it is going to get done tomorrow. So about 95-ish acres is going to be picked up tomorrow, depending on wet spots as to what they can actually get into. Because there might be some places that are just too wet for their big machines, and I might have to run about with half loads at some point, you know, to get the job done the next day, the following day. So that's why at the moment we're a bit unsure what's going to get done or going to get picked up tomorrow. But it is all going to be mown today. So the mower's running now, and like I say, I'm going to put the wagon on in probably 10 minutes and get picking up. So today is the 29th of May, and it is the latest we have started cutting silage for many years. Now, it's been a very awkward spring. It was wet on kind of the first half of March was wet, and then it dried up at the end, and then April was dry, cold and frosty. I suspect during April, I expect we had 20 nights of frost throughout the month, which wasn't great for grass growing, or probably wasn't great for anything growing really. And it did hold back certainly grazing. The cows were grazing over faster than the grass was coming back during April. And then it rained. And we had a big dose of rain here about the 25th-ish of April, towards the end of April, over a couple of days. In this particular area we had about 32 millimeters of rain, and people just between kind of 8 and 10 miles away, they got 8 millimeters. You know, so we were lucky in that respect that we got the rain when we did. But the thing with May was, it didn't stop. It just kept on raining. So there we are. So we are where we are today, cutting late. This should have been done 3 weeks ago. And probably we could have done it. They kept saying showers were coming, and we did get bits and pieces of showers. But if we'd have had, we could have gone this, you know, a couple of fields could have been done, but we just weren't confident enough in the weather to get on and do it, so we didn't. And now we're late, and the two fields we're picking up today need to be cleared because the cows need fresh grass coming on for grazing. And the field we raked first thing, that we'll be picking up first, is a grazing field that has been fed off probably twice. It just got too much. It just grew in the middle of May after the rain came, and it warmed up a bit. It just grew too fast, the cows couldn't get over it fast enough. Like I briefly mentioned in the slurry video, we actually housed the cows for a few days because the weather was so bad. So again, that delayed our grazing, and things got behind a little bit. But we had to bring the cows in because if we'd left them out, they would have just wasted, they wasted half of what they were supposed to be eating, and getting to and from across the field, it would just made an enormous mess. So far better off in for a few days. We got plenty of silage left over, so we weren't short of feed. We did suffer a bit. Milk production did drop off back onto the silage, but we protected our grazing. We've got to think of the summer ahead. We didn't tread any ground, so we've always got to think ahead, to keep things coming for the rest of the season. And a little short-term milk output drop is preferable to a season of struggling for grazing. So normally cutting this late, we would expect the quality of the grass to drop off, but it's better than I was expecting. One knock-on effect of being late is we're a much heavier crop, which is okay as long as the quality is there. Normally by now you would expect the grass to be coming out into seed heads. The seed heads are in the plant, they're coming up, and the plant is a little more stemmy than we would normally like, but the seed heads haven't actually come out. You can't see them yet, but they're there. So we are going to lose a little bit of quality. But you do need some fibre. The stalk, you need fibre in the diet, so it's not all loss, and it could be a lot worse. Right, so one more pass with the rake, and we will drop the rake off, get the wagon on, and start picking up. Right, there we go, that's it. So now we are on to picking up. I'd like to say we are flying along, but we're not. We've got off to a very slow start, but we're moving again now. Problem being, if you've seen previous videos of this machine, you might remember we have always had a problem with it unloading. If you get a bit of a wet, heavy load in there, it doesn't like to come out, and we are struggling with that today. We're not particularly wet, and as the day goes on, it's drying, but the first two loads just wouldn't have it. They would not come out. So we're having to run around half loads. Fortunately, it's not very far. We can put a decent load on for fear of not getting it out. We are hoping that it is just because inside the box is all dry. It's not done anything since September, or might be even more than that, before that. So the bed, 90% of the bed is wood, and there is steel runners for the chains. The runners have gone a little bit rusty over winter, and the wood is dry. We're just hoping they'll get a bit of juice on it, it will moisten up the wood and clean the rust off the steel bits, and hopefully we will get going a bit quicker. But for now, half loads are the order of the day, which is somewhat annoying. But there we go. So today is Saturday of a bank holiday weekend. And I've been hearing on the transport or the traffic reports on the radio how busy the roads are and how blocked up they all are, and motorways and A303 and everybody off to Devon and Cornwall for the weekend. And I can't see a single car. I've not been held up in traffic, and it's a rather pleasant place to be here, better than being stuck on a motorway. But then other folk might not agree. But I don't care, because I'm not on a motorway. I said earlier on, this was day one, and contractors were coming in tomorrow to pick up the main bit. So we're going to leave this here for today for this video. Come back tomorrow. We're going to start the day raking. Well, we'll be raking all day, but hopefully we can get a bit of video of the wagons and maybe the clamp. I might get some mowing. I'm not sure yet. It's just filming the mowing is. I'd like to do it, but if I don't get it, we've got to keep moving. Got to keep them wagons fed. So I'll try and get some mowing if I can, and that will be next video. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please give us a thumbs up for the video and subscribe to the channel, and then you get all kinds of notifications of upcoming videos. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.